green with vision. For vision, more fine lace, you can still bring your stuff. Yeah. This big giant's talking New York with a skyline bleeds. Basketball dreams in the football seas. Got a mic in the hand and a vision that feeds. In the fantasy realms where the ghost dog leads. He's a shadow on the court and a phantom on the field. Timberland stomping, truth never concealed. Got my podcast lit, each story revealed. Talk Ryan legends and hoops that appeal.
Years, GhostDog's Big Talk. Well, I talk big like a giant. Pay attention as I break down the science, crunching down football mathematics like an ancient Mayan. Yes, oh yes. Season openers eve. What more could you want? What more could you have asked for at this point? However, some sad news before we get into it. A moment of silence for Joe, classified with Joe, out of the Big Blue Crew Sports original founding members, along with Lou from G Nation, Big Pat Sports. You already know the names. Let's just have a quick little moment of silence for Joe, man. Rest in peace. All right. Let's get into it, man. Got a couple keys to victory for tomorrow. We are less than, at this point, as of recording this, maybe like 13 hours away. Holy smokes, ladies and gentlemen. We have been waiting for this day for too long. Okay? Got to go over these three keys to victory. But before all that, if you're new to the channel, if you're feeling the vibe, make sure you hit subscribe. All right, now that that's out of the way, let's get right into it. Let's get it all the way out the way. Malik Neighbors versus whoever they got over there, okay? Ain't nobody scared. Ain't nobody worried about nobody in that secondary. You feel me? Trey Amos, rookie. Marshawn Lattimore, not nearly as good as people say he is. Real talk. Malik Neighbors is going to have a field day. Pay attention. Numbers. And if not him, Darius Slayton. Yeah, I said it. I'm going to say it one more time. Darius Slayton. Because I'm going to be honest with you. I'm looking at the nickel over there too. Mr. Mike Saren still. Not worried. Not worried about none of these DBs. Okay? Not worried at all. Now, the linebackers, that front seven, we might be talking something. But we'll get into that a little bit later. Right now, we're talking about the wide receivers with the DBs matchups. I'm not worried. I expect Malik Neighbors to put up numbers, shake people out their cleats. And hey, look, expect Theo Johnson to get some yards. Expect him to get involved. With Kafka calling the plays, the tight ends will be involved. And as Giants fans, this is what we want. This is what we need to see out on that field, because we're no strangers to having great tight ends over here. Okay? We have some in the building with some major potential. So let's get busy, is what I'm saying. Enough's enough. Okay? So, yes, for sure, Malik Neighbors. Because if it's not going to be him, it's going to be everybody else. And if it ain't everybody else, it's going to be Malik Neighbors. I ain't worried, man. I'm not. If that pass rush don't get home, expect numbers to be put up. They better hope our O-line is leaky, looking crazy out there. And let's get into that, as a matter of fact, because that's my second key to the victory. Russell Wilson staying straight up, and this O-line not allowing little to no pressure. Right? Now, AT will be out. I expect James Hudson to start. However, If that don't pan out, I am so confident in a Marcus Bowe. Make no mistake about it. That young man is going to be something on this offensive line for years to come. Okay? However, can this O-line keep Russell Wilson upright? I believe so. Call me crazy for something that's been our major weakness for so long, for almost over a decade now. I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like we're finally starting to crawl out this abysmal abyss that we've been in thus far with when it comes to this offensive line, roster, depth, what have you. Right? So we got James Hudson over there, Runyon, JMS, Van Roten, and of course, last, certainly not least, right? Illuminor, Jermaine, light skin. Pay attention. I expect them to keep Russell Wilson clean, upright, well protected. And I expect Russell Wilson, we're going to see some glimpses of Danger Russ out there. Because, yo, let me tell you something. If the energy carries from the preseason carries over into this season opener, yo, we might be able to score in that first possession within like 10 plays. I'll give it on the conservative end. On that first possession, if all the cylinders are clicking, within 10 plays, there will be 7 points on the board. Maximum 10 plays. That's where I'm at with it. Word up. I might be talking crazy. I might be jumping out the window a little bit. C'est la vie. We are here, ladies and gentlemen. Just hours away. So absolutely, second key to victory. Russell Wilson upright. O-line allowing little to no pressure. And I expect them to. Last, and so far from the least, this defense. The very last key to this victory tomorrow, Sunday. Early afternoon, 1 o'clock game. This defense, apocalyptic potential. I've been saying it for months. Listen, JD5, and make no mistake about it, the kid is a phenom. Gonna have a crazy good career, barring injury. Let's knock on that wood, because I wish that man, that young man, because remember, this is his sophomore year. I wish him nothing but the best of health, because I appreciate good competition, okay? However, now that we've given that young man his flowers, oh man, oh man, oh man, it is going to be open season on that young man tomorrow. Let him get crazy. Look, first and foremost, before we get into all that, the defense needs to be able to contain this young man, right? Whether it's a spy, whether it's like, going after him, risking it all, whichever, whoever, Shane Bowen needs to make it happen. I expect him to mix it up with between a Brian Burns and Abdul Carter or Tibbs. It has to be a mixed situation to keep him guessing, right? Let's keep him on his feet constantly. I want him to be seeing ghosts out there. Is it Burns? Is it Tibbs? Oh, Abdul Carter. Oh my. And how could I not mention, and shouts out to him. Congratulations. Nothing but the best blessings and health for Dexter Lawrence and his family. Got somebody expecting a baby on the way. However, hopefully, God willing, the game will be done and over with, and he'll be on his way with a victory under his belt to start the season off, as well as the birth of his child. So congrats again. However, let's not forget a Dexter Lawrence. If all four of these men are on that field at the same time at any given time, I expect JD5 to have the worst of the time. Okay? And this D-line is going to be having a hell of a time. Celebrations at the quarterback position. Okay? That's what I expect. A race to that spot, to the sack. Oh, and I expect Abdul Carr to finally get his haircut. I definitely expect that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and you know, our defensive backfield. Hey, look, I was talking crazy about the Commanders. Least we forget about ours. You know what I'm saying? Even though we might have a Javon Holland and a Nubin, and I expect them to get busy, right? We do have Paulson Adebo at the CB1 spot. I ain't gonna hold you though. The CB2 spot concerns me to a degree. Got a little bit of situation between Flott and Banks there. They're gonna be having them going in the mix constantly to figure out. It kind of irks me that they haven't figured out that situation yet, and it disappoints me that Banks hasn't been able to claim that spot yet. However, I have my conspiracies, my thought processes of that, if you will. So that CB2 spot is going to be so fundamental. Can't allow Samuels or a McLaurin if the CB2 for whatever reason is covering him, which I do not expect. That being the case, something to keep your eye on in terms of the key to this victory in this defense. Drew Phillips, I'm not worried. Okay, Michael McFadden, a little bit. T-Rex Arms needs to be more consistent. I want Bobby O to make a reappearance in this game as well. I do not want that young man to fade into obscurity. Cannot allow that. Sorry. So again, last but not least, major key, the third key to the victory tomorrow. This defense needs to contain and give JD5 all the problems and all the smoke. If he becomes a runner, make him pay. Make him think twice about scrambling. Especially, I want him to be scrambling in a different kind of way, like eggs on Sunday morning. Don't know which way to go. All the way cooked. That's what I want. So, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. My 3 keys to the victory for tomorrow. Season opener versus the Commanders. And yo, look, they've been talking crazy, bruh. Crazy. Like, they haven't been bums for over a decade, right? They don't know how to act. Got a brand new quarterback. Oh man, and look again. Hey, he's gonna be that young man is the truth, and I ain't mad at them. I'm not mad. But tomorrow, y'all gonna be reminded, okay? Y'all over here flashing around with the brand new suits and all that. It's about to get scuffed tomorrow, right? So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. My preview for tomorrow's game. Oh man, I don't think I'm gonna be able to sleep tonight. That being the case, man, if you appreciate the way I spit on this mic, make sure you smash the like. Hit the subscribe if you feel the vibe. Leave a comment. You know what I mean? Tell me how you feel. You think you're gonna take an L tomorrow? You think, what's up? Commanders gonna take an L? Tell me how you feel. That being the case, I'm gonna give y'all a big blue salute. Peace.
From the shadows of MetLife to Mike's last track, GhostDog repping Big Blue, never looking back. Podcast sales, that's deep in the fog. Gridiron echoes follow the phantom dog. Jersey glows under moonless skies. Fades with the beat, but never truly dies. He barks once loud, a New York anthem blast. That vanishes like stories from podcast past.
This is a GhostDog mixtape original.